Good morning, everybody, and this is your DAX day trade setup for today. So, a couple of things have happened yesterday, and you do need to pay very close attention to this. So, firstly, we do have an inside bar on a break of a wedge. So, a wedge in the wrong direction. So, just bear in mind there is a 25% probability of this continuing to the upside and a 75% probability that it is going to drop and break the bottom side of this wedge. So these are normally violent moves to the downside, and I think what would happen, as far as I'm concerned, if we do get below this bottom trend line, we're probably just going to come down to the bottom of the channel, which is a 12,335. So right now, oscillators group to the upside. That is not bullish. We are extremely overbought at the moment. Don't want to get involved in that. However, we are getting a crossover of the moving averages here on the 8th hour, which is a pretty bullish scenario. So what could also happen is we could drop into the wedge and then back up, possibly just drop a little bit lower onto these moving averages and then move up as well. But bottom line is I don't see us moving much higher than where we are at the moment until we've had some kind of a pullback. And it's been messy this week. So you'll see this week has been pretty much moving to the upside, gradually stretching to the upside, but not with much confidence. You can see lots of sellers tried there, then quick move up, and then yesterday was pretty much just all over the place, although it was still meandering to the upside. And you can see what I mean here on the hour. Gap down, gap, gap. So lots going on. Lots of confusion going on. I think it was a mix of earnings results and some data that came out. But for me at the moment, I'm not too sure I want to get involved in this until I can see better structure. And if we drop to the 15-minute, you can see that's not structure. There's a gap, it's still open. Then a gap here, which is still open. Then there's another gap there. We gapped up, down. This is just a pure sign of confusion. So pay attention to this zone here at 13,078, but then this gap is also still open, and you've got some structure down here as well, which would close that. So as at 12,979. So this 1300 area is obviously of some significance. If you just pay attention to the hour here, inside bar, piercing bar, don't know what you want to call that, but not really something I want to be trading. And yeah, there's no real setups here, guys. You're just going to get yourself burnt at the moment. We've got some more tech stocks coming out this afternoon and a little bit, well, this evening, and then we've still got some data coming out today as well. So I have a feeling we are just treading water, trying to establish whether we have a recession building, or full-blown recession happening, or whether we are going to be starting a recovery of sorts. So that is kind of what I'm seeing here. That's what you can see over the last couple of days. In actual fact, last 2 days, 3 days. There's a big down, big up, and then this just continues. Big down, big up, big down, big up, big down, big up. We are trending higher, but as I said, this break here for me at 13,100 is not sustainable. The higher probability trade here is this is going to reverse and come back into the wedge. It could just come back into one of these two lines and then form another leg up, and then gradually just start pushing this wedge higher and higher until it's into a steeper channel. So that is also a possibility, but there's nothing concrete on the charts that actually indicate that. These oscillators, they start grouping to the downside on the hour, or even start separating and crossing over, then I'll be looking for some structure to buy off and basically ignore the break here, but just keep the stops really tight. But until that happens, we are sitting quietly in my corner, and we will wait for a much better setup before we're getting too involved in this. And these gaps here are going to be magnets. And the last thing I just want to check, I don't think there were any gaps on this move up. Not that I can see. Let's just double check on the 5 minutes. Nothing glaringly. Oh, there is one right down there. There we go. It's ever so slight. So you can see we gapped down, not gapped down, sorry, we closed down and then we gapped up here. Probably something on the 1 minute chart, but it is something to pay attention to. And it's all the way down here in these tails here. Okay, so, and that breaks a wedge, so that would be a very interesting target area at the moment. Anyway, so for me, no clear signals for longs or shorts. We'll sit in the sidelines. If I do see something, I will let you know in the chat. But to be honest, the last couple of days, I have not been in the market at all. Hope that helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.